Lawrence Tanoco, Radyo Pilipinas. Sir, here.
Yes.
Radyo Pilipinas, Sir Lawrence Tanoco. Sir, if ever na makapag-comply po si Senator Trillanes dun sa mga requirements, pwede bang ibigay ulit sa kanya yung amnesty? Or magbigay ng bagong amnesty?
I guess that's a different matter altogether. You know, we're talking about executive clemency, and that pertains to the person who is the chief executive at the time that the application will be granted. No? So he'll be dealing with President Duterte this time if he applies, assuming that he would be willing to do that.
Inisyu po na ating Presidente ang Proclamation number 572 na rinirevoke po yung amnestia na ibinigay kay Senator Trillanes. No?
Being the OIC of the Office of the President, ano po ang utos niyo po ngayong araw?
Well, it's simply for the concerned agencies to implement what the President has directed. In Section 2 of the proclamation, he made two specific directives, and that one is addressed to the Department of Justice and to the Armed Forces to continue with the proceedings that were suspended, if at all suspended, at the time that the amnesty was granted to Senator Trillanes. And also another directive, this time addressed to law enforcement agencies, to cause the apprehension of Senator Trillanes so that he might be brought into custody. This is in effect, and as soon as it is feasible to do it, then so be it.
Sir, kasi may CIDG personnel na kayo sa Senate, so they can already effect the orders.
They can actually. So, and I think Senator Trillanes says he's ready. He's ready. So, so be it. Well, as I said, this is not a matter of revocation. When you say you revoke, there's something that was actually given validly, and you are taking it back for some reasons. But that does not seem to be the case here. This proclamation declares that the grant was invalid and void ab initio, right from the beginning. So you're not taking back something, you're declaring that something never actually validly existed.
Sir, Lawrence Tanoco, Radyo Pilipinas. Sir, here.
Yes.
Radyo Pilipinas, Sir Lawrence Tanoco. Sir, if ever na makapag-comply po si Senator Trillanes dun sa mga requirements, pwede bang ibigay ulit sa kanya yung amnesty? Or magbigay ng bagong amnesty?
I guess that's a different matter altogether. You know, we're talking about executive clemency, and that pertains to the person who is the chief executive at the time that the application will be granted. No? So he'll be dealing with President Duterte this time if he applies, assuming that he would be willing to do that.
Sir, Daniel Kong from PBB.
Yes, Daniel.
Sir, sakali man, saan po ipupunta si Senator Trillanes?
Well, the proclamation says he will be committed to where he was before at the time that the amnesty was granted, no? So wherever he may be. If he was at the Makati City Jail at the time, then if the case is reopened and a warrant, English warrant, is issued against him, then he goes there. If he was under detention within the premises of the armed forces because of the martial law proceedings then ongoing, then he will be restored or detained in the same location.
Sir,
It all depends on where he was at the time that the amnesty was issued.
Sir, while waiting for an alias warrant, pwede bang sa Senate muna siya?
That's what I said. No, maybe that's the reason why Senator Tito Soto would like to discuss this with the rest of his colleagues. We believe that's a fair and reasonable arrangement. In the meantime, that the prosecution, the DOJ, and the armed forces are still, reviewing their records. But there's already a directive to put him under custody. So I guess that's the best possible arrangement in the meantime.
So
But he is not immune from arrest, as I would like to emphasize. All right?
Sir?
That's just for convenience. As I said, it's up to him. I will not. I mean, as a matter
As a matter of procedure, case of first impression.
Supreme Court, sir. Procedural.
Well, I guess this is, any act on the part of government is subject to judicial review to determine whether there has been grave abuse of discretion. So that's in the Constitution. So so be it. So bahala na sila. Pick it up from there.
Judicial review by
Judicial review in general. So, depending on the hierarchy of courts, no, kung saan nila tingin na proper, depending on the importance of the issue, then they will have to decide where to go.
What is the first venue for him? I think is the office of the president, sir, for exhaustion of remedies, sir. He has to.
No, this is not an administrative
So, hindi
case,
na.
alright? This is a matter of executive prerogative. This is executive clemency that we're talking about. This is an act of grace, alright? So we're not talking about a simple administrative case where you have to exhaust administrative remedies before you go to courts. Alright, so this pertains to something that is purely personal to the president because it involves his discretion. Alright, in the case of amnesty, of course, that's subject to concurrence by majority vote of the Congress. Alright, in the case of amnesty.
Amnesty for the
Yes, exactly. I'm saying executive clemency in general is a matter of grace on the part of the president. But with respect to amnesty, which involves political crimes, alright, the concurrence of a majority of Congress is a requirement.
This one it doesn't.
There was an issue, I remember, sir,
But the
before
revocation.
it was presented to Congress, there was no admission of guilt. Even way back, there was an issue raised.
No admission of guilt. So,
Yes, because before you present it to Congress, all the requirements have to be complied with.
Okay.
Diba, sir?
Sir, this one does not need the concurrence of Congress.
amnesty requires
Okay.
congressional concurrence.
But void,
But
sir.
void
Kasi
naman.
void
Yeah,
yun.
but you know, what will Congress concur to?
If
If
it,
in the beginning it was invalid.
sir, has
Okay.
there been an amnesty before na void, dineclare na void ab
I'm sorry again?
Has there been an amnesty before that was declared ab initio? Or is this really the first?
I do not recall of any that has happened in the past, but I'm not sure about that. We're talking about decades of executive clemency. There might have been, but I don't recall any where an amnesty given was set aside for being void.
So since this was presented to Congress, sir, this does not cure whatever defects.
That is a legal issue
It
that
is.
it's a legal issue that perhaps will have to be resolved in due time.
Sir, Tej Tupas.
Yes, Tej.
Sir, sabi ni Congressman Alejano, susunod na daw siya, sir. May other pa ba kayong nire-review, sir?
I don't know about that. Really, I don't know about that.
Maybe tomorrow.
It's clearly stated even in the presidential proclamation that the AFP and PNP should arrest me through lawful means. Okay, lawful meaning there should be a warrant for my arrest. There's no warrant. I can't comment on that.
Sinabi niyo kahapon na lalo na yung bagay namin. So with all these developments, what do you plan to do with your investigation?
Okay, I will pag nag-subside na yung media attention regarding this issue, I will deliver a privileged speech detailing again yung mga na-discover natin na mga acts of graft and corruption ni Mr. Calida. Kasi diversion niya ito eh. So ito na, tinodo mo na, kaso palpak. Now, it's going to be my turn. So abangan niya yan.
Pero no Senate investigation, sir. Privileged speech.
Meron ng na-refer na resolution. Inaabangan natin si Senator Gordon na magsimula ng committee hearing. Ako po ay nagre-request sa kanya kung he feels that he is overburdened by these investigations, magbo-volunteer ako to chair a subcommittee para kunin siya.
Sir, sabi ni Soljen kanina kahapon, you're not doing that special to merit his attention. Bakit daw siya yung tinuturo mo samantalang it's part of your history?
So kita nyo, nagde-deny siya, di ba? Pero ang inamin nung AFP na siya nga ang nasa likod nito. Kita niyo yung mga ganyang maniobra, basang-basa ko sila, no? Basang-basa ko yan. Kaya hindi sila makakalusot. And yung mga ganyang drama na I'm not worthy of his attention, nangangatog nga siya eh. Di ba? Nangangatog nga eh.
Pero sir, parang nagagamit din niya ibang mga agencies doon sa pagmanipula niya.
Yes, definitely. At he is using the office of the Solicitor General and the weight of the Office of the Presidency dito sa kanyang mga gawain, kahit personal na ang agenda.
Sir, some are saying na weather lang kasi daw ginawa rin daw sa iba yung na-experience niyo ngayon.
Pero hindi ko to ginagawa kahit kanino. Ang mga hinahabol ko lang yung mga tiwali. Wala naman akong inapi na mga inosente, no? Mga walang ginawang kasalanan.
Sir, what do you intend to do with those military and police officials who are seemingly being used by the administration to get back?
Well, sa akin nananawagan ako sa mga sundalo at mga pulis na nagagamit ngayon dito sa political persecution na ginagawa ni Duterte. Sa akin, alam niyo yung tama at mali, alam niyo yung legal at illegal. So, sa akin, use yung character at training na ipasok sa inyo to make that right decision.
Sir, clarification lang. Ano sinabi mo kanina na ano ibig sabihin na sabi niyo maghintay lang kayo?
Sino yan?
Yung during the first, sabi niyo konti na lang ang araw, ang panahon ni Duterte at ang administrasyon niya. Hintayin niyo lang, abangan niyo lang.
Well, that's a fact of life. Si Duterte, alam niya na hindi siya nakapwesto dyan habang buhay. Di ba? May hangganan siya. So kada araw na lumilipas, pabawas ng pabawas yung nasa pwesto siya. Di ba? And he is not a healthy man to begin with. He's no spring chicken. So, ganyan.
Hindi yan threat.
It's inevitable. It's not a threat. It's a fact of life.
So why do you think is the military allowing itself, so to speak, to be dragged into the issue?
Hindi pa naman. To be fair, wala pa naman na-execute. Ako naiintindihan ko yung pressure sa kanila. And to be fair, di ba yung sa war on drugs, hindi naman sila sumama. So we'll have to give them credit for that. And even the martial law sa Mindanao, they have largely comported themselves professionally. Merong mga konting sigalot here and there, but generally, compared to the martial law of the 70s, ibang-iba ang sitwasyon.
Pero sir, may mga kaibigan ka pa rin sa AFP na privately nagpapaabot ng suporta sa inyo?
Alam ni Mr. Duterte yan na marami akong kaibigan sa Natahang Lakas, yung mga mista ko, mga active pa sa serbisyo, yung mga upperclassmen ko na nakasalamuha ko all these years, andyan pa rin sila, no? Pero hindi ako nag-exert ng influence in any way dahil naniniwala ako at tiwala ako dun sa kanilang professionalism.
Anong assessment ninyo or gut feel? May ipapakulong ba kayo ngayon? Nakukulong ka ba? Anong pakiramdam mo?
Sa akin, ambivalent ako, no? Ambivalent. But sabi ko nga, sige na, gawin niyo yung kailangan si Duterte, di ba? Magpakalalaki siya, gawin mo. Kung gusto mo akong ipa-aresto, make a categorical order. Di ba? Huwag yung isusubo mo yung AFP sa alanganin. The AFP and PNP, wala naman silang pinanghawakan dito. Iniutusan silang gumawa ng mali. Implicitly. Gusto ko categorically sabihin niya sa harap ng camera, utusan niya yung AFP at PNP na baliwalain na lahat ng legalities at ipa-aresto ko. Yun ang gusto kong gawin niya. Magpakalalaki si Mr. Duterte.
Utos niya yun.
Abangan ko na lang. Abangan ko kung pa, implement. Yun, gawin niya. Di ba? Iutos mo sa camera at despite the legal obstacles, ram it through. Di ba?
Sasama kayo sa arresting officers, hindi man lalabas.
Wala na akong magagawa ron. They can bodily carry me out of the premises.
Para sir, clear kung sino yung dapat na liable doon sa
Yan,
illegal
oo,
na-
kasi maiipit yung mga sundalo at pulis eh. On the spot niya eh. Di ba? Maganda na, kasi sasabihin niya, wala naman ako sinabi sa inyong labagin niyo yung, batas eh, nakalagay kasi doon, lawful means. Di ba? Siyempre yung sundalo at pulis, they won't be able to differentiate kasi sinasabi sa kanila, ang order is i-aresto. Yun yung order sa amin, yun ang sinasabi sa mga
How confident kayo din sa stand naman ng mga senators who provide sanctuary that will remain that way and there won't be any surprises for example?
Well, I'm confident enough based on our caucus yesterday. Because this is not about me, this is about the institution. And this policy would also be a benefit for them later on when things change in the political leadership.
Pero inconvenient para sa inyo, sir.
Political pressure,
Yeah, definitely. Mahirap.
but political pressure may also push, make thoughts change.
Yes. There's that. But at the end of the day, bakit nga ba ako aarestuhin? Babalik tayo doon. Di ba? Gusto lang ako arestuhin, pero ano nga bang basis? Wala nga kaso eh. As I was stressing this morning, dismiss na yung 2 cases ko sa civilian court, rebellion and coup d'etat. The military courts, wala akong kaso. Wala, kasi the fact is, binigyan na ako ng clearance. Civilian na. So ano pa? Wala na eh. Di ba? Yun. Probably it's the same as the last time. I don't see it any different.
Sana to clarify, kasi kahapon yun nakuha yung certification, di ba, ng court na dismissed yung case. Itong certification na so facto resign kayo, sa AFP, kailan ito nakuha?
Kanina lang. Kanina lang namin nakuha. Sabi ko nga, may mga
From AFP or records nyo?
may mga tumutulong sa atin. Sabihin na natin na gano'n.
Ibig sabihin, parang example sa kanila kasi sinasabi nila na babalik kayo sa nakabalik kayo sa service, mga court martial.
Tapos ito pala. Yun na nga. Kaya nga kailangan atras muna sila ng konti, mag-review muna para hindi nagkakamali. Hindi nagkakamali-mali. We will be filing it tomorrow morning. Okay?
Sir, you're still to the Nationalista Party.
Yeah.
What help has the Nationalista Party given to you during these times? Kasi parang most of the support you're getting is from the Liberal Party and other parties.
Hindi naman. Hindi lang siguro publicly lumalabas but tumutulong ang Nationalista Party leadership.
You met with Senator Sincha last night.
Yeah.
Ano po yung napag-usapan?
Oo. Binisita ako ni Senator Sincha, magkasama kami the other night. So, wala naman nagbago. Okay? Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Okay,
Ano siya? Dito. Hindi naman ako. Ano itong isang papel?